Let me now bring in my colleague Pallavi Ghosh on this. Pallavi, BJP delegation has reached the Election Commission of India against Sonia Gandhi's alleged statement where she has spoken about the so-called sovereignty of Karnataka. Congress, on the other hand, has now decided to move a privilege motion against the Prime Minister himself, claiming that he's lied. My question is that will Congress's Twitter in charge please stand up in the middle of all this if this is where the entire confusion really has started from?
Well, so far, no word coming in from the Congress party, even by way of sources. I mean, the only thing they told us yesterday was that this is not something what she said when she was holding a rally in Hubli, and therefore, no explanations are being offered. No clarification has come, in fact, by way of the social media handle about either deleting the tweet or, clarifying that it may have been a mistake made by someone in the social media team. But clearly, it has done a bit of a damage because we're already seeing the BJP having a huge handle against the Congress party as far as this issue is concerned. But Congress's response has been kind of mellow, very tempered. On one hand, of course, filing a privilege motion against the Prime Minister on the grounds that he doesn't have any evidence to prove that Sonia Gandhi actually said it during the campaign. And the second thing what the Congress is doing is not allowing much outrage taking place as far as their own official spokespersons are concerned, because they know that in the last few hours left for campaigning, it is very important that no issue should be digressed, there should be no diversion, which is why it comes as no surprise that Rahul Gandhi suddenly had a meeting at a cafeteria which is right behind me. He also travelled on a bus to make the point that if the Congress party comes to power, in their first cabinet meeting, they are going to ensure that free bus rides are given to voters, to women for that matter, and also 5 guarantees is what Rahul Gandhi talks about. So this is the narrative or the strategy on behalf of the Congress party to keep the focus on what they consider to be the real people's issues.
Right. Pallavi, I'll request you to stay on with us. And while the Congress party, like my colleague Pallavi is mentioning, is not willing to digress from people's issue because it's the last day of campaigning ahead of Karnataka elections, BJP, on the other hand, is only talking about that controversy that's now associated with Sonia Gandhi. Now, News18 India's Amish Devgan spoke to the Home Minister, Amit Shah, about Sonia Gandhi's alleged sovereignty remark. Let's hear what the Home Minister had to say about it.
सोनिया गांधी जी ने एक कार्यक्रम किया और एक बड़ी रैली करी और उसमें कर्नाटक की सॉवरेनिटी का जिक्र किया, जिसके बाद प्रधानमंत्री जी की भी प्रतिक्रिया आई है। क्या कहना चाहते हैं इस विषय पर आप?
देखिए, मैं नहीं समझ सकता एक चुना हुआ संसद सदस्य भारत की सार्वभौमिकता को किस प्रकार से चैलेंज कर सकता है। ये बिल्कुल जो उन्होंने भाषण दिया है वो संविधान की भावनाओं के खिलाफ है, भारत की एकता और अखंडता के लिए खतरा है। इसकी जितनी भी निंदा की जाए वो कम है।
क्योंकि सॉवरेनिटी का जिक्र करके वो अपने तरीके से शायद कन्नडिगा का प्राइड की बात सोच रही हूं, लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है कि ये विषय आने वाले चुनाव में एक बड़ा मुद्दा बनेगा जब लोग वोट डालने जाएगा?
मैं तो चुनाव के मुद्दों से ऊपर देखता हूं। इस प्रकार के प्रयास की सार्वजनिक निंदा होनी चाहिए, हर दल ने इसकी निंदा करनी चाहिए और संसद ने भी इसकी निंदा करनी चाहिए।
And Pallavi continues to be with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, I was having a word with Manikam Tagore once he mentioned that he is going to be filing the privilege motion against the Prime Minister. They are not willing to, and by that I mean the Congress party, take any question vis-a-vis the Twitter post that has been put out by Congress's official handle. And it is very conspicuous that they are choosing to keep that aside. Of course, there is some sort of a responsibility that the Congress needs to take vis-a-vis that also.
Yeah, I did hear that interaction which was taking place, and it was very clear that Manikam Tagore and the Congress party don't want to engage as far as the tweet is concerned. But it's going to be very difficult for the Congress party to completely disengage itself or distance itself from the tweet, because it was not something which was tweeted by any Congress leader. It was actually tweeted officially by the INC media handle. Now, what happens is that any of the top-notch leaders of the Congress party delivers a speech or takes part in an event, it's the job of the INC to actually put it out in the social media space, and that is considered to be the official official version. Now, the people who are responsible for this were very much sharing the stage with Sonia Gandhi, so that distancing, technically speaking, cannot take place. That's one problem. The second problem over here is also that even the privilege notice which has been given against the Prime Minister, and also the complaint which has been filed against the Prime Minister, the State Election Commission, the grounds on which they are filing the complaint can always become very wishy-washy and become weak, because as evidence can be put forward that official tweet coming in from the Congress party, and that is something which could put the Congress in a bit of a dock. You can distance yourself from a comment or a tweet of any other leader of your party. How do you distance yourself from the official voice of the Congress party, which comes by the way of their official Twitter handle?
And when it is about that privilege motion against the Prime Minister, Pallavi, wouldn't it also be one aspect that the Congress might just have its ball rolling in that one aspect where they can claim that being the Prime Minister of the country, he did not bother to cross-check on that particular speech by Sonia Gandhi at all before making a statement in an open rally? Can that be made into a bone of contention?
Well, I mean, BJP sources did say and concede the fact that when they heard this speech, they didn't find a reference to that. But they also say in their defense that we went for the official version, and which official version is something which came by way of the tweet. See, political parties are political parties. When you contest an election, you use every kind of a political ammunition. As they say, all fair in love and war. And that's exactly what is happening at this point of time. Technically speaking, the BJP cannot be considered to be wrong, because they actually are quoting that particular tweet coming in from the Congress's official handle. And that is what has been picked up by the BJP, and it's on the basis of that the Prime Minister made those allegations against the Congress.
Right. Pallavi, thank you so much for all of that. Now, what is the Congress party choosing to say in response to these allegations that have been made by the BJP, which they are claiming is a non-issue? As compared to that, the Congress is choosing to stick to what they're claiming is real issues right before the elections. Let's take a look at those very reactions coming in, starting with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra.
जब से ये कैंपेन शुरू हुई है, हम कांग्रेस के जितने भी नेता हैं, हम बीजेपी की नेताओं को और खास तौर से प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को कह रहे हैं कि मुद्दे पे आओ, मुद्दे पे आओ, मुद्दे पे आओ। तो जब मैंने देखा मूड बिजली से आते हुए कि चुनाव में शायद पहली बार के लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी महंगाई, विकास और आपके जो मुद्दे हैं उस पर चर्चा कर रहे थे, तो मैं बहुत खुश हुई। आते आते अपना फोन देख रही थी, फिर से न्यूज देखी और लो भाई फिर से पटरी से उतर गए और पता नहीं क्या इंटरनेशनल कंस्पिरेसीज की बातें करने लग गए और कोई दूसरे देश विदेश की बातें करने लग गए। अभी भी बात समझ में नहीं आ रही है कि जनता को अपनी चीजों पर, अपने मुद्दों पर बात और चर्चा चाहिए।
चाइना का अतिक्रमण हो गया भारत में, अरुणाचल में गांव बसा दिए गए और लद्दाख में कब्जा करके बैठा हुआ है, और आपका देशपांग और फिंगर 4 से लेकर 8 तक चाइना ने पूरा आकर के अपना डेरा जमा लिया है। देश की सॉवरेनिटी कंप्रोमाइज्ड है, लेकिन इमेज बचाने के लिए मोदी जी जुबान नहीं खोल रहे हैं और भारत की सॉवरेनिटी को गिरवी रख दिया है चाइना को। ये कहेंगे भारत के बारे में।
News18